to £3,459. National Energy Action predicts that will put 8.2 million people in fuel poverty from October.
Right, and hello, how's it going? It's currently 7:45 in the morning. Got up at about 5, took the dog out. I had an early shift booked this morning, but got the train. The train was late, got on the train, it moved off the platform and then stopped and didn't move for about 50 minutes. A track fault, track issue. It was actually an axle counter fault. And I know what that is because I used to work on the light railway as a points technician. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, rang the agency, told them what's happened, told them I'm going to be late. No problem. I said I'll still try and get there. And it just got later and later and later. Anyway, cancelled. There was no point in me going in, so yeah, here we are. Loz has got a shift today as well, so she's gone. It's annoying really because I was on for an early shift and an early start and early finish. That's where we're at. For those of you that don't know, I'm an agency HGV driver at the minute. Loz is an agency nurse. Agency HGV driving, it can be quite good. It can work quite well for you. You can bounce about to different jobs, take time off when you need it. But in the case of what's happened today, you don't get paid. Whatever. Make the most out of today. Plan for today then, I think, need to tidy the van up, move off. Got a few little bits to do. Yeah, we're just gonna have a potter about, see what happens, see where we go, and yeah, come along for the ride. Right, that's better. There's one person who is going to be happy about what's happened today, aren't you? Hey, you're buzzing. Don't try and pretend you're not. I bet you're buzzing, aren't you, today? I bet you are. Oh yeah, yeah. It's a boys' day today. Let's get the important stuff sorted out first, which is getting the iPad, and it's decided to do it that way. We don't have a speaker in the van purely because it wasn't working. I couldn't be bothered to go through the wiring loom and sort the speakers, that were probably rotten, so we just decided to rip it out because it was easier to get a wireless speaker and do it that way. But this improvised iPad holder that I'm using is doing all right. I'll show it you. Ready?
We just push on by. It's funny how hard we try. Don't you wanna know me? Be a friend of mine. I'll share some wisdom with you. Don't you ever get lonely? Don't you wanna know me? Be a friend of mine. I'll share some wisdom with you.
Right, quick pit stop. Actually got a fresh haircut whilst I was at it. Milk, because a lot of brews are going to get drunk today. So yeah, going to disappear. It's about 5 miles away. Let's go. How long did that take? About 15 minutes that move was. This is a park for night spot. It's in the middle of nowhere, which is what I'm after. It'll do for today. What's that? What's that? I can't work out if they're people. Oh no, just two horses. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere, which is fine, what I'm after. But look at the weather. September has arrived, people. What have you got to say about it, buds? Buddy? Hello? Take the dog down, have a little recce, what's going on. There's a farm just down there. Don't know if you can see. There we go. Large farm. That is about the only thing that's around here. So signal's all right as well, so should be able to get on the laptop, do a bit. When I say do a bit, I mean crappy admin things, nothing exciting. There is a car coming up now. See, I don't even know where this road goes to. Wonder if they're going to say anything. Nah, not doing anything wrong. I'll give Loz a little text actually as well, see how she's getting on her shift today. Let her know that we're thinking of her. Right, time for a brew. Right, turn that off. So slip it up. Right. Coming in, buddy. Let's see where we're at. that will help me recover from that soaking wet dog walk. Fish finger sandwich. Oh, it's good that. Oh. You okay down there? You look dead. How are we all doing? Hope you like my attempt at some aerial drone footage. It's the best recce tool, that. Want to know where you are? Throw that up. You see everything for miles around. Fantastic. That's probably why Ukraine are using them so much. Anyway, I'm not going to do the jobs on the van that I mentioned because they're boring and you wouldn't want to see me do them. One of them was literally putting a rubber piece of a rubber seal above the door. The other one was fitting some new wooden trim to that step. Whoop-de-doo. I'll not waste your life videoing that. I started talking about work when we started this video. I got cancelled because I had such a drama getting there. Time went so late that there was no point in me turning up. It got cancelled. I won't get paid for today. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because when you live in a van and you work, the pressure is off. That's what we found. If we talk about full-time jobs and living in a van, okay, what it's like for us. So our work commitment sort of fluctuate a lot. If you think about most people who work full-time, I'd probably say way over 50% of what they're earning will go on where they live. And when you take them sort of bills out the equation, like we have done because we live here, you don't need to work as hard. It's just a fact. It's a bit of a strange thing to get your head around when you find yourself in that position. Like today, for example, I got cancelled and I thought, you know what, it'd be nice to get paid for today's, but I had a good week last week, worked yesterday, oh well. And it's, you know, some people would be really worried because they've got really high bills to pay, and unfortunately, if you live in a house right now, which is quite a lot of people, it's going to get tough. And it already is tough. It's going to get tougher. But if you want to do something like live in a van or do something like this, and you have a full-time job and you think it might be a bit of a conflict or a bit of an obstacle for whatever reason, I don't know, you might be worried about what people think at work, who's going to find out or something like that, you know, you don't have to tell anyone you live in a van. And a lot of people who you're worried about finding out just won't understand it, so I won't worry about them finding out. But yeah, I think some people might be quite apprehensive if they go to work and know a group of people, and then suddenly you want to move into a van, do a van up or something similar to this. You might be worried about what they're thinking, stuff like that. But if you don't do it, you'll just regret it for the rest of your life if it's something you want to do. Another thing to consider about work is, like I said, things change. If you continue to work where you've always worked and you move into a van, you will see that obviously the amount of money you start to accumulate is ridiculous. Like I was working full-time in a previous job before we went, is that 2 years ago now? Maybe. Anyway, it's just like when you're both working full-time, you can generate some serious income. I mean, for me, if someone was wanting to move into get started on a property ladder, I would say make an investment of buying a van and converting it to live in. That way you'll be able to save a deposit. I understand it's hard to get a van first and convert it, that'll cost money, but I still think you'll probably get there quicker with a higher deposit working from a van than you will whilst renting. Anyway, I'm losing myself. Where were we? Work. Yeah, I suppose with working, when you're living in a van, if you work remotely, then you've got everything you need in here to work remotely. Laptop, power, internet connection, fingers. Boom, there's your office. Park anywhere you want to park, you can still work. You're lucky. I wanted to get a remote job, but it didn't really work out, and I just love working with my hands. You know, I love fixing things and all that sort of stuff, but it's hard because those types of jobs are at a place of work, so you've got to think about, you know, how long do I want to work there for? Or you need to find something where you're able to dip in, dip out if you want to be a bit more free, like I have done with the agency HGV work. I got my licenses in the army and I'm able to work, go away, whatever. Same with Loz as well. Loz is an agency nurse. You could work whenever, have time off, go away, come back, work up and down the country. So we're both very flexible. But don't let it be a stumbling block. And if we've worked out anything, it's when you're faced with a problem, when you're wanting to change your life, like doing something like this, moving into a van, you will work it out, 100%. And I think it's going to get popular. I think more people are going to be turning towards this. I've just flicked the laptop on and opened up the home page, and
It's a huge jump.
the news comes on, like on the internet web browser. I don't know why, because it's always depressing, so I need to change that. But literally, just listen to this.
Announced the new price cap will go up to £3,459. National Energy Action predicts that will put 8.2 million people in fuel poverty from October. It's a huge jump. The price cap was
8.2 million people in fuel poverty, October 2022, they reckon, and over £3,500 the energy price cap will be, according to this news source. I mean, what the hell? Like, it's just it just confirms to me that we've made the right choice. I know people have got the theories about why the cost of living is like it is at the minute, but I tell you something, it's no joke, people. It's absolutely no joke. And I can honestly see people moving away from the typical sort of setup house and energy bills. I can see people moving away from that, I really can. And how can you blame them? And don't forget, a lot of van lifers started out because they didn't have any money and started living in a van. But now there's things out there to make it such a lovely life. I can see it becoming a really attractive option to people. Anyway, I think we'll end the video there. Thanks all for watching, and like I said, I didn't even plan on doing this, but it just happened. So see you next time, and yeah, take it easy.